Hello, everyone, and welcome back to SunnyTalk English, where English is simple and fun. I'm Mia.
Hi, everyone. I'm Max. We're really happy you're joining us today.
First of all, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. It really means a lot to us that you're spending your time learning English with us. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us continue creating more useful lessons for you.
Now, let's talk about today's topic. In this episode, we're going to focus on something very practical: how to buy tickets in English.
Buying tickets might sound simple, but in real life, it can be a little stressful, especially if you're using English in a new environment. For example, you may need to buy a train ticket, a bus ticket, or even tickets for a movie or a concert. Different situations may require slightly different expressions, and if you don't know what to say, it can feel awkward.
So, in today's lesson, you will learn useful and simple English expressions that you can use when buying tickets. We'll also show you how to ask questions, how to understand the seller, and how to complete the whole process smoothly.
By the end of this episode, you'll feel more confident using English in real-life situations, and you'll be able to handle ticket buying conversations with ease. All right, let's get started. Hey, Max, what kind of tickets have you bought before?
That's an interesting question. I've bought train tickets, ferry tickets, plane tickets, amusement park tickets, and concert tickets, and so on. Oh, right. Just last weekend, I bought a movie ticket and went to see a film.
Nice. Sounds like you have a pretty rich life. So when you buy tickets, do you prefer buying them online or offline?
I usually buy them offline more often because sometimes certain tickets aren't available online. You can only get them at the ticket counter.
That's true. And if it's something popular, you might have to wait in a really, really long line.
Exactly. I've waited in very, very, very long lines when buying popular concert tickets. Sometimes it's even raining, but that's still not the worst part.
Why?
Because the worst part is when it's finally your turn and the tickets are sold out.
Yes, exactly. I totally understand that. It really happens, and it feels so disappointing.
When that happens, you just have to adjust your mindset and hope you can get them next time.
Yes. Let's not talk about such an annoying situation.
Yeah,
So, what movie did you watch last weekend?
it was an action movie. Lots of explosions, very loud, that kind of thing.
Sounds interesting. Did you buy the ticket online or at the cinema?
I bought it at the cinema. I just walked in and bought it at the ticket counter.
Wow, now that you think about it, that feels kind of old school.
Yeah, right? But sometimes I just like talking to a real person.
That's true. But was it easy to buy the ticket?
Very easy. I walked up to the counter and the staff asked me what I needed. I said, I'd like to buy one movie ticket.
Nice. Very clear and simple.
The staff asked, which movie? What time?
Ah, 2 questions at once. Classic. So what did you say?
I said, the action movie at 8:30 inches the evening.
Sounds like everything went smoothly.
Yeah.
All right, what happened next?
Then they asked, regular or IMAX?
Oh, that's a common question.
Yeah, but I wasn't ready to choose, so I just asked, what's the difference?
That's actually a very good question. I guess you just wanted a bit more time to decide.
Very smart. The staff explained it to me.
So, which one did you choose?
I chose IMAX, bigger screen and better sound.
Good choice.
Then they asked, where would you like to sit?
Oh, seats. That can be tricky.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound too picky, so I just said, somewhere in the middle, please.
Very smart. A safe choice.
Exactly. Middle seats are usually the best.
Agreed.
After that, they told me the price.
The most important moment.
Yes, they said, that will be $12.
Not bad.
Yeah, so I paid and got my ticket.
Everything went very smoothly.
Yeah, because it wasn't a popular time slot, so it was pretty easy to buy.
That makes sense. These situations are very common in real life.
Not just in cinemas, but also on trains and buses.
Exactly.
You always need to talk about time and type.
And sometimes seat preferences.
Yeah,
I think many learners feel nervous in these situations
definitely.
because everything happens so fast.
And there are people waiting behind you.
That makes it even more stressful,
But honestly, the language itself isn't that difficult.
right? Most of it is just simple sentences.
The key is to stay calm.
Just say what you need.
Even if your English isn't perfect.
People will understand you.
Exactly.
What if you don't understand?
Just ask.
For example, sorry, could you say that again?
Or, can you speak a little slower?
Very useful.
You don't need complicated grammar.
Simple and clear is enough. All right, in today's episode, we're going to help everyone handle these situations better
We'll go through some key expressions.
and teach you how to use them step by step. Let's get started. Max, what kind of transportation do you usually choose when you travel?
I usually choose to take a plane because it is the most convenient for long trips. Direct flights are always the best. But sometimes I also choose to drive because I like road trips.
Sounds great.
I always check the weather forecast before I leave.
Great, that is a good habit.
Yes, if it rains, I will bring an umbrella. Then I say goodbye to my family and my dog before I leave.
It sounds like a beautiful life. I guess your dog must miss you very much.
I miss it very much too. After that, I go to the bus stop to wait for the bus. It usually takes about 10 minutes because I check the time before I go out.
That is a good habit.
But it is best to have your change or bus card ready before you get on. By the way, sometimes you can also pay with your phone, like Apple Pay or Google Pay.
That's right. Especially in the US, it is best not to dig through your bag after you get on. Otherwise, the driver might give you a meaningful look.
Because everyone is very busy, especially the driver. They just want you to get on quickly and not block the door. Also, if you pay with cash, they usually do not give change. You pay what you put in.
Exactly. There is another very important thing about US buses. You need to press the stop button yourself. You will usually see a yellow cord or a red button. When you arrive at your destination, just pull or press the button. You don't need to speak, but if you want to be polite, you can say, "Next stop, thank you." But honestly, it usually makes no difference.
In most cities, you usually go out from the back door when you get off. You can say, thank you, or more casually say, thanks. Sometimes the driver will reply, sometimes they won't. Don't worry.
Okay, so where do you usually get off?
I usually go directly to the airport station, but sometimes I need to transfer.
Wow, your journey is about to begin.
Yes, the airport is much bigger than the bus station. The plane is full of people from all over the world. If it is your first time taking a plane, you will probably get lost. I definitely got lost.
Max, can you share your flying experience or the process?
Of course, I was very nervous the first time I went to the airport. Even though I watched a lot of tutorials before, I was still nervous.
Most people are like that. Me too.
As soon as you enter the airport, you can quickly find an information desk where you can ask any questions.
Yes, most airports have an information desk, usually located in the center or a very visible place.
Or, if you are organized, you can also book online. But the first time, I chose to buy a ticket at the counter.
That's great, Max. You can learn the ticket buying process and travel rules. Learning in English is a good way.
Exactly. I asked a staff member, "Excuse me, where can I buy a ticket?" The staff member pointed forward and said I should go straight, then look right for the ticket counter.
That is the easiest way.
Right? So I followed the instructions and went to the ticket counter. The staff asked, "Sir, how can I help you?"
And your answer was?
"One ticket to Boston, please."
Then they might ask, one-way ticket or round-trip ticket?
Yes, this is an important question.
Yes. One-way ticket means you only go there.
Round trip ticket means you go there and then come back.
Exactly. One ticket covers the trip there and back.
So if we plan to return, we say round trip.
Right.
This time I chose round trip. One round trip ticket, please. Then they will ask another question. What time do you want to leave?
This is where people sometimes panic.
Because they did not think about the time beforehand.
Exactly. So it is best to be prepared before you speak.
I chose the 10:00 a.m. flight.
Or you can ask, when is the next flight?
This is very useful.
Yes, especially when you are not sure about the flight schedule.
Then they might ask about the seat type. For example, window or aisle.
What do you choose?
I usually choose a window seat because I like the view, even if it's just white clouds.
That's great. Some people like aisle seats because it is easier to get up. It depends on your mood.
Anyway, after choosing your seat, you pay and get your ticket.
If you bought the ticket online, you might need to pick up the ticket in person.
Exactly. This is called will call.
A very important term.
Will call means your ticket is already waiting for you at the venue.
You can say, "Hi, I am here to pick up my ticket."
Then show your ID and you can get your ticket.
So this trip you took a plane to Boston.
Yes.
Then where did you go for fun?
I went to a concert.
Wow, what a great plan. Max, you must have had a lot of fun, right?
Yes, the concert was wonderful, but buying the ticket was a headache.
Why?
It was simply a race. Because it was online ticketing, you sit there and constantly refresh the page, like your life depends on it.
I totally understand. Even if you are fully prepared, the tickets will sell out in seconds.
Yes, and then you see sold out, and you feel like your soul has left your body.
That is so true.
Luckily, I got one. I knew this was a rare chance. I went to the official website early and registered an account first.
Well done. That saves time later.
Exactly. Then, as soon as the tickets were released, I clicked Buy Ticket immediately.
Awesome, Max. This is really an interesting travel experience.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Next, let's summarize the words we need to learn today together.
Okay, you will often see these words when you buy tickets. I hope you can learn and recognize them.
Let's begin. Ticket. Flight ticket. One-way ticket. Round-trip ticket. Amusement park ticket. Concert ticket.
Bus card, information desk, ticket office, online ticketing, sold out.
Let's summarize a few common sentences. First one, excuse me, where can I buy a ticket?
One flight ticket, please.
One one-way ticket, please.
One round-trip ticket, please.
When is the next flight? All right, we've come to the end of today's episode.
Yeah, and we actually covered a lot.
Today, we learned how to buy tickets in different situations on the bus, online for flights, and even concert tickets.
And more importantly, how to stay calm and use simple English in real life.
Exactly. You don't need perfect English, you just need to communicate.
And honestly, if you understood even part of today's episode, that's already a big step.
Seriously, you're doing better than you think. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Yeah, and when we see your likes and comments, it actually makes our day.
We read them, we laugh, sometimes we're surprised.
And sometimes we're like, okay, we have to make the next episode even better.
So your support really means a lot to us. All right, everyone, that's the end of today's SunnyTalk English.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Mia.
And I'm Max.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.